Hello guys, welcome back to our sessions. This day we're gonna talk about past perfect. Alright, to start, past perfect is known as the past of the past. What does it mean? It means that it is used to talk about an action which happened before another action in the past. So how come? We're gonna look at the structure first and some examples. Let's see. Mom had baked a cake before the party started. Good, you can see right here, that's the past perfect. And we can see the timeline right here. Mom had baked a cake and then the party started. So as you can see, we have two actions in the past. One happened before the other one. And this is the present, right? So this is our past perfect. Let's see at the structure. Right here we're gonna have the subject had all the time as the auxiliary. So for I, you, he, she, we, you, they, the same auxiliary, only had. Then the past participle of the verb, which is the third form of our verbs, and then the complement, where we can have different expressions and we can also have simple past with it. For example, Lenny had done her homework by 7 p.m. Good. We have our subject, Lenny. Then we have had, the auxiliary. Then we have the past participle of the verb do, which is done. And then this is our complement. One important thing to remember in past perfect, we're always going to have a time expression. Okay? So let's look at the timeline right here. Between, let's say, 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock, Lenny had done her homework, right? So this is the past, and before 7, we had this action. One action before another action in the past. We can use the contraction as well. The contraction is going to be the apostrophe and the D. So for example, I can say I had left or I'd left. Do not get confused with would, because the verb after this is going to be in past participle. With would is going to be in the base form. Remember that. Let's see some expressions that we can use. We can use before, after, when, by, as soon as, and by the time. So how are we going to use them? First, we're going to decide which action in the past took place first and which took place second. So for example, we had called a taxi. This is the first action. And then we have the expression. We can say before in this case. And then we have our second action, which is we locked the door. So we have two actions in the past. One happened first and the other happened later. So in the first one, we're going to use past perfect. In the second one, we can use time expressions or we can use simple past, okay? We had called a taxi before we locked the door. Let's look at another example right here. Same thing, we decide which is the first one. In this case, it had stopped raining is the first action. And then the second action is we took our dog for a walk. So, if we put it together with one expression, we can have we took our dog for a walk as soon as it stopped raining. Or we can say as soon as it stopped raining, it had stopped raining, we took our dog for a walk. So it doesn't matter the order of the sentences as long as you know which happened first and which happened later. In the first, we use past perfect. And in the second one, we're going to use simple past, all right? I hope this video was useful, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask.